For the bridge stretch, we're going to get down on the ground someplace comfortable, keeping your feet flat and your knees bent. We're going to bring our hands over our shoulders like we're about to dive backwards. From here, you're going to place both palms onto the ground, and you want to make sure you bring your elbows in instead of out. So bring them in so that they're even with one another. And in one big exhale, you're going to push away, extending both your arms and your legs up. Once you get here, bring your knees in, bring those elbows in, focus on pushing up, and then you can focus on pushing with your legs to stretch those arms even deeper. Try to hold this stretch for as long as you can, breathing in nice and deep, and then gently bring yourself back down to the ground before doing it again for a few more repetitions. Hey guys, I'm going to be demonstrating the butterfly stretch, so you want to find a comfortable place to sit on the ground. Once you get there, you're going to bring the bottoms of your feet together, and then you're going to pull them in towards your groin. I like to hold on to my toes. You can clasp your hands and sort of cup your toes, and use this to gently pull your torso nice and upright, rolling those shoulders back and down. You want to focus on opening the knees out towards the ground. You can even place your hand behind you and sort of get yourself nice and upright. Don't push your knees with your hands, but focus on opening them using your muscles in your legs. You can also grab your ankles or your feet, pull yourself into that stretch, so groined in towards the heels, knees open towards the ground. Breathe in nice and deep for 3 to 5 deep breaths. Hey everybody, I'm going over the fold over stretch, otherwise known as a forward bend. The difference here is we're going to be doing this a lot more relaxed, and we're going to focus on having this stretch hit most of our back, including our legs. So how we're going to do this is we're going to stand with both feet together, make sure that your weight is completely distributed and you have everything in alignment. So shoulders back and down, hips right over those heels. And from here you want to drop your chin and gently start bending at the waist, letting your arms dangle as they go. Bend as much as you can, relaxing the head, relaxing the arms. And here we're just going to dangle. You can sway side to side. You can walk your knees out back and forth. Keep that core nice and tight so that you're not hurting your back. And keep that chin nice and tucked so that you're protecting your spine. From here you want to roll up very slow. You can even place your hands on the top of your quads if you need to. Pressing up gently. And at the very last, lifting the head. Breathe in deeply and try to hold it for at least 5 breaths, and try to do this at least 3 reps, because this is really going to help loosen you and help reduce that stress. It's so good for your back. For the seated hamstring stretch, you just want to find a comfortable place where you can sit on the floor and extend one leg out. The opposite leg is just going to lay on its side comfortably, but you also want to make sure that your hips are pointed forward towards that leg, so you're not opening your hips this way. We're sitting towards that leg, bring it right in front and center, and because you really want to make sure the stretch is centered, I like to take the opposite hand, reach it up and down. So what's important about this stretch is that we're pulling our torso out of our hips. So our stomach's coming up and out, and you can even do this by reaching up and then gently bending at the waist. When you can't bend anymore, bring those hands down and then bring your head in a neutral position. You can feel free to hold your calf, your ankle, your feet to help pull yourself deeper into this pose. Focus on having that belly button come down to the upper thigh instead of having the forehead to the knee. If you want to incorporate forehead to the knee stretch, you can go back and forth by inhaling, then exhaling as you come down and bring that forehead to the knee. Hold it for a few breaths before inhaling again, and exhaling as you come back, belly button to the thigh. Also make sure that after you hold this for 5 to 6 deep breaths, switch and do the other side. Hi everybody, it's Marin, and today we're doing the seated trunk twist. So you're going to find a comfortable place to sit down on the ground. We're going to extend our legs all the way out. From here, gently press yourself upright so that your torso is nice and upright. And we're going to take our hands and gently rotate as we exhale and place them down here on the ground. Keep your shoulders nice and upright, back nice and straight, core engaged. And take a few deep breaths here before inhaling as you come to center. Then exhaling as you rotate the other way. You can even bring your arms all the way out as you rotate and then place them down when you get to that place. So do this a few times on each side and hold it for a few breaths on each side. Hi, my name is Marin, and we're going to be doing the standing quad stretch. For this stretch, if you need a wall or something to support yourself, it's completely okay. You want to really be focusing on deepening the stretch instead of balancing, so please find something to hang on to if necessary. You're going to stand with both feet together, shifting your weight onto one foot. You're going to lift the other leg up by bending that knee. Grabbing onto the ankle, right above the ankle, or at the top of your foot. Bring that heel closer to your glutes as much as possible. Now, after you get to this point, you want to focus on squeezing your glutes together. So when you squeeze those glutes together, you're going to feel it's going to deepen the stretch and bring it down your quadricep towards the knee. So pull into the glute, squeeze together. Make sure you're standing nice and upright, engaging that core. Breathe in nice and deep into the stretch before you go ahead and switch to the other side. Hey guys, it's Marin, and I'm going to be showing you the standing side stretch. So for the standing side stretch, you want to start by putting both feet together, making sure that your weight is distributed in between your toes and your heels, and you're also standing up nice and straight, so your butt's not back and you're not leaning back. So just keep everything nice and aligned. From here, we're going to inhale, bringing our arms up, and at the top, we're going to clasp our hands like we're in James Bond, pointing that finger up. Squeeze your biceps right next to your ears, and using your core, you're going to tighten your core as you exhale, pushing your hip to one side as you tilt your upper body to the other. Really make sure that you're not bending forward, so you're opening your shoulder nice and back. Your chest is open to the sky. You can even look up towards the sky to help you. Exhale as you come up. Do the other side. And if you're having a hard time doing this with both feet together, or you need some sort of modification, feel free to spread your feet shoulder width apart and do it with both hands. And if you still need further modification, bring one hand on the hip and stretch your arm out to the side. Making sure again that you're not bending forward or backward, you're really pushing that hip out to the side, opening that chest and the shoulder. Exhale as you come up and inhale as you go back down to the other side. Hey guys, it's Marin, and this is a standing tricep stretch. You're going to stand in a nice comfortable position, make sure everything is nice and straight, raise one arm up in the sky and bend that elbow. From here, your hand is going to be behind your back. You're going to reach with the other arm over your head and gently pull that elbow behind your head. It is so important that you're not shrugging or bending forward like this, so everything is nice and back. If you're having a hard time bringing everything nice and back, you can just gently place your hand on your wrist and pull it open, or pull that elbow back instead of sideways. So bringing it here, we're nice and upright. Keep your chin up so that's not tucking. Breathe in deeply for 20 to 30 seconds, or as long as you can hold it. If you're feeling your circulation get lost, you can release it for a little bit or switch arms before trying it again. Hey everybody, it's Marin, and this is the standing wall calf stretch. And I love this stretch because our calves can be very neglected at times, and they're the one place that really likes to get tender and tight. So what you want to do is find yourself a wall where you can place your toe right up against it. So as I have my toe up against this wall, the heel's on the ground, I'm going to place it nice and high. From here, I'm going to use my back leg and push myself into the wall, keeping this leg straight and keeping that toe on the wall. You'll feel that stretch come down into the calf right about here. Hold this for a few deep breaths, and then what I like to recommend is release it, come back into it, and then gently bend the knee. If you give a gentle bend in the knee, you'll feel that stretch move down into your calf towards your Achilles heel as well. That's just going to give you a nice full stretch in your entire calf instead of just right at the top. After you do this, go ahead and make sure to switch sides, and feel free to repeat this as many times as necessary. This is a really feel-good stretch. Hi everybody, my name is Marin, and this is the swan stretch. You want to find a nice comfortable position on the floor where you can lay flat on your belly. Once you get there, place both palms on the ground, right beneath your shoulders. You're going to put the tops of your feet down on the mat. Take a nice big inhale, and with an exhale, press up, pressing your hips into the ground and extending those arms. You're going to bring your gaze forward, breathing in nice and deep. You're going to feel that nice little compression in your back before inhaling and slowly lowering yourself to the ground again.